'Tis the season of holiday get-togethers and parties. We go to the ones that we absolutely have to. We stick around, talk to a few people, grab a cookie, and escape out the back door. But when you do this, you are missing out on one of the most important opportunities of the season. Because during the holidays, barriers are down, access is broadened. You get to connect with people that you wouldn't normally get to talk to. And people are more open to conversation. Have you ever heard me say your network is your net worth? And during the holiday season, it is prime time to grow that network. When you think back on your career milestones, how did you land that job or that promotion or that opportunity? I bet it had to do with a person who either mentored you, opened a door, made a connection, spoke up on your behalf. And that's why today we're going to talk about how you can capitalize on this holiday time to grow your network. Hi, my name is Maria DeStoor, and I go live on Tuesday mornings to share tips and tricks with you to help you to accelerate your career, whatever that is to you. If you follow me, then chances are you are in a career pivot or considering one. And right now, especially in this tough job market, 45 to 85% of all roles are landed through connections in your network. So if you're feeling stuck, invisible, underutilized, not selling your product or your services to the level that you know you should be, stick around because I'm going to share some tips on how you can grow your network. I often hear, especially from people with career gaps, but Maria, I don't have the kind of network that opens doors for me. That is a story that you are telling yourself. You do have a network. You just aren't using it. I connected with someone who landed an interview after having a conversation in her brother's driveway with a neighbor. Do you have neighbors? Two people very close to me were approached on LinkedIn because their LinkedIn was working for them, dialed in, fantastic billboard of their personal brand. They were being active, going to networking, following up. And both of those people ended up landing six-figure jobs. Would you like to create opportunities like this for you? Awesome. So building your network, it needs to become a daily habit. Be prepared to connect no matter where you are. Understand who you are, what you do, what your magic is, what you're looking for. So when those conversations start, you can be curious about this other person and skillfully work in just some comments. Oh, I'm looking for connections in the healthcare sector. Do you know anybody? You might also have several scripts that you write out in advance for virtual settings that you can cut and paste into the chat. For informal settings where it's more like you're sitting on the bleachers next to the moms, or formal settings where it might be a cocktail event and it's a cold connection. Networking is a little stressful, especially for an introvert. So I encourage my clients to start with family and friends, warm connections, people you see regularly, connect with all of them on LinkedIn. If you know someone who's a super connector, you know someone whose husband works in the industry you want to get into, set up a coffee. You can connect with all of your former coworkers. And I don't care if you haven't talked to that person in 20 years. What's the worst that's going to happen if you hit connection request? They won't connect. And if this is someone who you had a really good time with, who you were very successful with, but you just lost touch, absolutely connect. And after they accept your connection request, say, let's meet for coffee, virtual or in person. You can also take advantage of alumni groups. I just went to my college's alumni holiday party, and I have a handful of new LinkedIn connections and a lead on some consulting work just from one event. All right, reach out, connect, make it a habit, put time on your calendar once a week to do this. And because the holiday season, there's so many opportunities for get togethers, this is a great time for you to start practicing those scripts and how to relate to people. This is where I want to talk about that currency of networking, the ebb and flow of conversation. The more cold that a connection is, the more you have to deposit and give before you can receive. As you begin to re-engage with your network, or you're connecting with people at parties and following up after, send out a quick note, look at their social media, celebrate their wins, share a resource, congratulate them on their career moves, connect people that you think they might be ready or willing or would love to be connected to. These are just all ways that you can give. Comment on their posts. So building new contacts for online and in person. LinkedIn has over 260 million people. You can connect with vice presidents, hiring managers. Just send a request. At least half the people in my network I've never met in person. The power of LinkedIn. Attend events, join professional organizations, attend parties like I did with my alumni group. And I don't go all the time. This is not something I just went. I saw the opportunity and I took it. Introduce yourself to people at different meetups or conferences. Volunteer. There's a lot of opportunities to volunteer right now. Can you volunteer and showcase what you can do? That can turn into a job. Collaborate on a project with someone at work. Host your own small gathering and be a conduit of connection for others. Give, and it will come back right at you. So if you're actively searching for a job, get out and go to as many events as you can. Keep connecting, follow up, and be visible on LinkedIn. You can also use LinkedIn as a tool. You can research people who are doing what you want to do. You can research people or companies that are your targets and start to socially engineer your way in. I know people who wanted to get into an organization, saw that they were having a fundraiser, bought a ticket, and went and connected with the board. Be creative, people. Hard markets require next level job search techniques. As you move through the holidays, just remember, every room you walk into is an opportunity for connection. Every conversation is a seed that you are planting, especially if you follow up, you can nurture that. Your next career move is one conversation away. Now go out there and find the right conversation. I hope you found this helpful, and I invite you to join me next Tuesday live on LinkedIn at 9 a.m. Mountain, where I'm going to talk about the career baggage that we carry around, the stories, all those barriers and boundaries that we long ago lost sight of. I'm going to lead you through some reflection to help you identify things that you no longer are going to tolerate in your career so that you can emerge in 2026 with a new vision and plan to move forward and accelerate your own growth. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week.